I'm just checking if we are live. We should be live. Just a moment. Yep. Cool. Okie doke. Danna, we'll kick things off.
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
This is 13 Minutes. I'm Elliot Reeves. My guest today is Danna McGregor. Danna, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Elliot.
It's brilliant to have you here. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, thanks. I'm doing pretty good, actually, considering. Yeah.
All things considered.
Yeah.
So we'll just
Loving life is normal, Elliot. Loving life.
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that might be the case.
Just from inside four walls, I'd say.
So we'll just kick things off by giving just a succinct intro as to who you are and what you're about.
Yep. Well, my name is Danna McGregor, and here from Edinburgh. Oh, are you still talking now, Elliot?
No. I'm listening. Can you? Yeah. No, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay, keep going. Yeah. And I'm a lover of life and basically data admin by day here in the city. But my passion that I nurture and pursue in my personal time is that of a work effectiveness coach and nurturing my little business baby, Reach Consultancy.
Awesome.
And yeah, that's me in a quick nutshell.
Yeah, I like it. So given the changes in circumstances with work and everything, how have you been managing yourself during this lockdown period?
I suppose just personal navigation, I think, from just experiences from before, just, when, we've all hit these storms in life at different points, but obviously this one we're hitting a one we've never reached before altogether. So, there's been a few things that I tend to do personally, and there's a couple of things I can maybe share with some of the viewers that are watching today.
Yeah, excellent.
But yeah, I think it's tough for everyone, but just, there's some key basic things I do every day, and it just helps because it is that sudden takeaway for us all, from the typical human interaction we all get from our working day, makes it hard for all of us for sure. So.
Yeah, so maybe some granularity or specifics around the sort of things that you've been doing.
Yeah. Well, here's three top tips from me, just from my own personal heart space on this, folks. So the first thing is just choosing my venue, which is 3 different places I'll tend to decide where to be just each day I get up, because obviously there's, with all the technology and social media we have nowadays, all the information is coming in from so many sources, etc. So that in itself can cause, a lot of panic, fear, confusion. So I tend to choose my venues. So if I wake up each day and I'll either want to be in the nightclub venue, as I call it, so it's in amongst all the talk, the chatter, the noise, the high stimulation energy that's going on, the information. It's like social media shots, you're just more information, taking it all in. But being in that too long can be exhausting, as you know. So I might wake up one day and I just want to be more in the local pub, with my close friends or, just a few interactive people. So it's still keeping that contact, but you can actually listen to each other, you can talk to each other and keep that element of social.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third one is just going for a quiet pint, or if you're a coffee drinker, and just enjoying that time on your own. So that's really a kind of first thing I do, is just choosing each of those venues. The second thing is really just doing at least one thing that connects me to what makes me feel safe, what makes me feel secure, and what makes me feel in control. Whatever that is, so whatever that would be for anyone else, it's whatever personally for you just gives you that feeling that you connect with that. Whether it's maybe that you're in a safe job at the moment, or in control is just deciding, what to watch that evening, etc. And the third is basically just waking up each day and saying a big yes to life, even though, a lot of the situation out there is pretty tough, especially for bless them, the frontline people that are out there, you know, medical and care and
Mm-hmm.
keeping us going, basically, keeping us ticking over. And, you know, in a way, the medic side is basically steering the ship that we're all on. So I'm a great believer in just getting up and saying a big yes to life.
Mm-hmm.
And doing those three main things, which are very simple and, you know, somewhat random in a way and very basic, but doing them every day, just little by little, but consistent. I think, and I know from my own experience, it really helps calibrate and control your energies, you know, and what you're receiving in and also what you're transmitting out as a transactional. Because I think that's important. I know, like with my own colleagues in my current work and other people that I've spoken to and heard and seen, sharing their stories, that it's very hard to get that work-life balance, especially for those, you know, working from home. And everything in life has also changed, you know, the usual social interactions. So that balance isn't as easy as it was. So it's basically, just try to focus on your own internal balance. And I find those three ways through many shipwrecks that I've been through and others that I know that have been through, they do tend to work, but they need that practice every day and just consistency. But that would be, that's how I navigate through, and that would be
That's awesome. I love that. Good stuff. One of the things that I hear a lot of people talking about just now is the world will never be the same, or because of this crisis, the world's going to change. And you know, I'd love for that to be the case. In what way do you think the world might be different on the back of this?
I suppose, well, it maybe depends on maybe what duration, because I think this is obviously going to be a long recovery time after this for, you know, not just for people, but economically and stuff as well. And I don't think any of us can really foresee yet how that's going to impact. But I do think it's hitting people in a lot of very deep personal, I suppose, in a way to use the word spiritual way as well. It's, you know, even seeing a lot of the stories that you may have also seen as well, how nature's reacting to it, you know, and in theory, life is still going on in other ways, you know, but it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if people change their approach maybe to how they view their lives and stuff, how they're working it, or it can also be that sometimes after recovery and things, people slip back into the habits and the patterns. So to be honest, I actually don't know. This is such an experience that, you know, it would be nice to think that it really brings, you know, people to, you know, looking how they manage themselves a lot, that will lead on to like an even more fulfilling life as well. But I think right now we're in the thick of it, and it's very difficult to see.
Yes. Yeah.
It's so changeable. But it's
Good stuff. Let's say that there's somebody out there that currently is really struggling. They're having a really difficult time with this. Maybe they're an extreme extrovert, or maybe they're just somebody that doesn't like being confined. What advice or insight would you give to somebody out there that was having a really difficult time just now?
I would say to, if it's someone who's really, really struggling, depending on what context, it's now is a time to try and connect for support and not be afraid to do that, because everyone is very much in this together in different ways. So whatever you can do to connect with the support that you need, and the highest priority first, because, you know, not everything is going to be maybe fixed or taken care of in one go. So, and I suppose in a simple way is just remembering to keep that love for life there, albeit it might be small in some days and gets overshadowed. But that little spark and that little flame, if you keep that going and just reach out and friends, support, especially with social media now as well, it can be an evil, but it can also be a very good thing, especially right now, because we don't have that face-to-face interaction at the moment. So just don't be afraid. I would say it is scary times, but just try and do what you can to feel safe and secure and in control, because the basic human needs, if you try and get the basic human needs in there, and watch funny videos. I think I think humour is a great. We're surrounded by a lot of seriousness, undoubtedly. But yeah, humour is a great thing. So keeping in touch with friends and just being creative in any way possible for that connection. And yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
What are you going to be focusing on over the next couple of months?
Really just in a way, I'm just trying to enjoy the time as much as I can, and like anyone else, you have that days that you wake up and you're like, oh my goodness, I think this is a dream or a nightmare. But I've noticed that I'm already slowing the pace down myself in certain things, and it's making me think a lot more about what things I actually need and what things I actually want. Yeah. In all spheres of life. So yeah, I'm just rolling with it now. Really just rolling with it because it's going to be a long-term thing. So yeah.
That's awesome, Danna. It's been great speaking with you. Where can people find you?
Well, basically, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram under Danna McGregor. Or anyone can check me out on my website, www.reachconsultancy.net. So, but you'll find Danna McGregor on Instagram and LinkedIn.
Fantastic.
And I'll be there.
Yeah. Brilliant. Cool. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been brilliant speaking with you.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Elliot. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and thank you to everyone who's listened.
That's a pleasure. Cheers, Danna. Thanks.
Cheers. Bye.
Just a couple of quick shout outs to people who have dropped comments. Thank you, guys. Angel Anderson, I hope you're keeping well, my friend. And Chet Sandhu, who was my last Inspired Edinburgh guest. Hey, bro, just a shout out to you. Hope you and family are well. Thank you, Chet. That's very much appreciated. I hope you're well as well. Cool. Yeah. Thank you, Danna.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.